office deal here. And it's looking good. Everything's running, and no looking back, everyone. We hope you enjoy the following program that begins in 3, 2, 1.
You know, you start messing with drugs, and they'll start messing with you. And maybe, just maybe they already are.
You shouldn't call people stuff, you know? It's rude.
The Morning Stream. Better than a straw tart blueberry Pop-Tart. Pop-Torch. Gonna take me a couple to get that one. Hang on. Better than a straw tart. This is recording, right? Let me check. Better than a straw tart. Better than a straw tart blueberry Pop-Torch.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the morning stream. It is TMS for Wednesday, November 4th, 2020. I'm Scott Johnson with and around and for Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian.
Hi.
How was your election night coverage? How did you do? How was your night?
It was very, very drinky.
Yeah.
we polished off a bottle of Chardonnay between the two of us, found no black flies. Thank you, Alanis Morissette. And basically just watched, our local stuff happen. Colorado's super duper blue.
Yeah, they were very blue yesterday.
It was one of the first states to say, "Yeah, we'll take Biden." Thanks.
Yeah, Hickenlooper stayed. He's still your guy.
Hickenlooper, former presidential candidate John Hickenlooper.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a not quite the victory he was hoping for in 2020, but the one he got. That's fine.
Yeah, a better victory in my opinion, than he wouldn't have made a good president. He'll be a fine senator.
Sure. He's got to work his way up, He's got to pay his dues. Yeah.
An anti-abortion bill got struck down. The vote, the whole we should have the people's vote, not electoral votes kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know how you do that as a local vote. I guess it goes in a local vote, and then if enough states approve it, then it turns into a national vote kind of thing.
Like Mississippi had this law where I'm not going to get the details exactly right, but my understanding is they had this law that was basically like a mini electoral college to choose local representation or state representation, and it was heavily Jim Crow-y kind of levied against black folks sort of thing. It's old. It's a very old way of doing stuff, like Old South, and they struck that down. That's gone, so that's good. There's some progress down there. Well done, Mississippi, with that.
And Colorado also voted to increase bet limits at the casino towns to give those money to schools and parks.
So hold on, does that mean you can go and just really lay it out one night and just
I could, yeah.
Okay.
There is a benefit to me because there are craps games. There was a limit of $100, and I'm not a guy who puts $100 out on a craps table initially, but I'm a guy who builds up.
Sure.
After a while of wow, somebody's a really hot roller. I'm putting new bets out and new bets out and new bets out.
You get a little crowd around you going, yeah, woo.
Exactly. A woman in a sparkly dinner dress, blowing on my dice next to me, and
that stereotype happens in every movie with a casino every time.
A bunch of sailors over in one corner in their navy wear, cheering me on, and
yeah, it's such a weird thing that stereotype,
it really is,
or that trope.
But it also might mean that we get some more games. I don't know why we've never had Pai-Gow poker here in Colorado, but
wait, you got to explain that. What is Pai-Gow poker?
Absolutely, Pai-Gow poker.
Pai-Gow, okay.
Pai-Gow, P-A-I-G-O-W.
Got it.
You, every player and the dealer are given 7 cards, and they need to arrange those 7 cards into a really good hand of 5 cards using standard poker rules. Your pairs, 3 of a kind, full house, flush, etc., and a good 2-card hand.
Okay.
Your 2-card hand has to be oh my God, how's this work? Your 2-card hand has to, or your 5-card hand has to be better than your 2-card hand, but to win, you need to beat the dealer with both hands. Beat the dealer with both hands.
Wow. That seems heavily, well, I mean, everything's house favored, right? But that seems very...
Here's how it works. I mean, because you're all playing with random cards and everybody's got 7, dealer included, the house edge isn't in the cards or isn't in the method of the game, but it's in the payout. So if I bet $10 on my hand, and I lose and I win, I don't get $10. I don't get 20 back from the dealer. I get $19.75 or something.
Oh, interesting. Oh, that's weird.
So
weird.
the house edge comes out in the money and not in the way the game is played.
The house edge, the house edge, right?
The house edge.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about the game is that it's super duper random, right? So first they divide all of the they shuffle all the cards, and then they roll dice to see who's going to get the first card off the top of the deck. So it's not just shuffling just isn't enough. It's like, all right, where do we start the deal? And then they do all the deal, and you can't even pick your cards up until all the cards have been dealt. So you can't even look at your cards. They're going around 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and they deal to empty seats. Yeah. So you have to wait until all 52 cards have been dealt and counted, because they count the last 4 cards and make sure that there are 4 cards left in the deck after the other whatever.
So the empty seats are... That's just if you had a table full of people, they would be dealing to the people, but it requires a certain volume of people, like a upper limit of like.
You can play. I mean, maximum of what would that be? 6 people and the dealer, so 7 times 7, 49, leaving 3 cards left over for the 52.
It sounds like a fun twist to me, like a different kind of twist to the game.
It is, and and you know what? Here's the thing: it is such a slow game, and you can basically walk up to that table with $20, get a ton of free drinks, and leave the table an hour later, 2 hours later, maybe having won $10-20, maybe having lost $10-20, but it is such a slow play, because to win you've got to beat the dealer with both hands. To lose, the dealer has to beat you with both hands.
Got it. And
90% of the time it's a push. You beat the dealer with one hand, right. You lose with the other one. There's a lot of hedging bets, and so it's really here's the purpose of Pai Gow poker. Hey, I want to sit and talk with my buddies for quite a while, get some free drinks while I do it. Great, let's go find a Pai Gow poker table.
Wow, yeah. So, and somebody in the chat says, well, so just like Texas Hold'em. It's not like Texas Hold'em. Texas Hold'em has 5 cards, right?
Yeah, and you're playing against the other players in Texas Hold'em, whereas in Pai Gow poker you're playing against the dealer.
Right.
You're still getting 7 cards. You're making the best 5 out of all 7 that are given to you. The 2 that you're given, plus the river, the flop, and the shmengi, the turn, the river, the flop, the turn, and the river.
No, please change it to shmengi. That's great.
The shmengi.
I love that idea. Well, very good. I've learned something here today.
There you go. So I'm hoping that with these new changes, that Colorado's finally going to get a Pai Gow poker table.
Well, let us know. You'll be the first guy there, I'm sure. And
I will. And the way it goes, I'll probably be the last guy there too. Slow as it goes.
So we're not going to do any kind of big political coverage or even be very political
today.
Cover.
You heard it.
Yeah, you already heard what we were going to say. But basically, as it stands right now, despite what you may be hearing from your particular side or otherwise, they're still counting votes. It's still looking weird, and at the moment, the numbers are favoring Biden by a very small margin this morning, and we're probably not going to know for a while because it takes forever to count that stuff, and we'll see. We are not equipped to discuss such matters because we don't know how this works.
No, this is true.
Utah, of course, ended up going red, but because they always do. But
red butt.
We were pretty
like
purple,
red butt?
pretty purple in the overall voting, though. Like the highest. The slimmest margin in history here in the
Wow.
state of Utah. So that's something.
Not that in a few places, yeah. Which is great to see.
I guess so. It depends on how you look
Democracy
at
in
it.
action is what we're seeing. It's like this is regardless of what side of the aisle you're on, we're watching democracy in action, and we're watching everybody get their vote read, see their voice, get their voices heard, etc. Hopefully.
Oh,
and
yeah, good point. Mine got counted. I have this tracker app I found. Oh, where did it go? I can't find it. But it's basically
you need an app to track your tracker app.
Well,
apparently.
you can do it online, but you can go just kind of see that they got it, that it got counted, when it got counted, that there were no issues with it, because sometimes signature issues come up, and they'll let you fix that, but you just have to know about it, and some people just never know, so the vote gets thrown out eventually. So I followed that, and it worked. It was cool. It was cool to see it say, "Your vote has been counted. Well done." It was just kind of a cool thing.
It is nice, yes.
Yeah.
So we survived by we had a little bit of ice cream. Tina made some chicken breast enchiladas.
Ooh,
they were fantastic. Green chili enchiladas. We enjoyed some Chardonnay. We watched a TV show that I talked about yesterday, but I'm not using for a recommendal, but I might eventually use for a recommendal. But sure, even talked about. There's no secret as to what show I'm talking about.
Yeah, I failed at my promise. I was supposed to watch 2 episodes of that last night, and I didn't because the kids ended up coming over, and Dad ends up trumping everything. So we ended up just hanging out with the kids. So we didn't watch anything.
The choice of words that ended up trumping everything.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like to use that word for whatever, but
that's really funny.
But anyway, they were here, and so I didn't get a chance to do it. But today's my day.
Even better. That's even better. Is getting time with the kids. So
I agree. They have +1 or they have +2 to perception, which rolls in their favor.
That's right.
Anyway, hey, quick email. This is a weird one.
Sure.
And I wanted to read it. It has to do with Brian and music. It's from somebody named Emmett. He says, "Hey guys, how come Brian Nevers plays? How come Brian Nevers plays any ska music? Is he even a music fan, Emmett?" Well, he's calling you out a little bit there. Now, I know for a fact we have played ska music on this show.
Yeah. We play a lot of ska music because it's one of my favorite styles. And I if anything, I try not to overplay ska music. So, if it's been a few days since I've played a ska song, then I'll play one.
Right.
But I don't want to be like, all right, well, I got another ska band from Toluca Lake, Missouri, and we're going to be hearing them and blah, blah, blah. So
yeah. So I know that we played them. I knew you liked them.
Yeah.
Okay, Emmett, I would ask
Fake
Emmett this.
News, Emmett. Fake news.
Emmett, do you want Brian constantly raving about ska music? Is that what you're asking for? Because that we don't do with any genre, really. I mean,
yeah, I think he wants.
You say
he wants
power.
me to do
maybe
nothing
you say
but ska. I get it.
You say power pop more often, maybe, than you say the word ska. But it's not like we can.
Probably. Yeah.
We can't. We're not gonna. That doesn't happen that way. So Emmett,
today is even going to be a punk band.
Are they ska-ish?
So
ska-like?
I'd say they're probably more comparable to like 311 and the other side of the country, Vampire Weekend. Like if you had a Vampire 311 weekend, you'd get these guys.
311 vampires walk into a bar on the East Coast. That's right,
on the weekend.
On the weekend.
Perfect.
Nice. Anyway,
so there you go.
So Emmett, I hope that helps you understand where Brian comes from. He really likes that genre. There is no reason to.
And
assume
thank you,
otherwise.
Emmett. I will take that as a portion of the audience saying, "Please, more ska, Brian. Don't hold back on the ska."
Yeah, you'll be the ska representative for the audience. We'll be the arbiters of said ska, and then Brian will pick ska songs based on that. Okay. If you want to send emails like that in, you can. The address to send them to is themorningstream@gmail.com. And we love reading them in all parts of the show. We're now calling Brian Dunaway, who is not answering his phone. However, he is online. So, let's see what we can arrange here. I'm going to pause for a second. Save.
Okay.
I thought I saw him in the chat, too, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I
didn't see him.
Just imagining this. All right, let me ring him again. Hi, Rainer. What are you doing? My dog wandered down here. Hi.
Oh, I'm hungry and I want to go outside, and nobody's up there to let me out.
She smells fishy. I mean, she's been outside in the cold air. You smell fishy. Oh, dog outside dogs fishy. Oh, you're so stinky. I love you though. we had 3 dogs overnight. 3-dog night.
We had a 3-dog night.
Yep.
Nice.
We had a 3-dog night because Nick was here and he had his dog with him, and Boomer hung about, and yeah, it was fun. Except Rainer always feels a little like she's being ignored when this happens, when there's too many dogs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I have to give her loves. It's okay. All right, I'm gonna text him too because I don't know what he's doing. I
was gonna say, I mean, we've had a daylight saving adjustment since. I mean, we've had a show since the daylight saving adjustment. So.
Oh right, Monday, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that, probably.
It's not that.
Okay.
What the hell?
Him.
What the hell, Brian Dunaway?
Brian Dunaway. What the hell? Dunaway. Let me try him on his cell. Hi. You joining? Oh, I hear something.
There he is.
I hear something. Hold on. I hear something.
What do you want?
There he is. I know that voice. Now I know this. Welcome this morning, Brian Dunaway, all the way from South Carolina. Hey, you retained.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
You retained your senator. Senator Graham was retained.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? How do you like that? How do you like them apples? Yeah?
I live in South Carolina. Vote for who you want to vote for. You're Democrat, cool. Republican, cool.
Yeah.
I voted the way I voted. I've just been very disappointed with almost all of the winners, not because of they won, but because none of them can see that most of their races were pretty close.
Yeah.
And instead of going, hey, there seems to be 2 voices in the room, I'm going to try to represent you all. They keep going, in your face.
Yeah.
In your face. We did it.
Yeah.
We did it. And now we're going to go run and we're going to go do everything that we want to do. And I'm like,
yeah.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
There was
There's 2 voices in the room. How about we just try to figure out a way to be kind to one another?
Unifier. We need unifiers. There was somebody won somewhere, and their first post-election tweet after winning.
Yeah.
Their tweet was, and I don't know if it was from where you are or where
it was
this
in
was
North
from.
Carolina, wasn't it, or something like that?
Something like that. His first tweet was, "Cry more, libs."
Yeah,
Seriously?
exactly.
What an
I'm so sick of
a-hole.
this.
Like, I don't care who you are. That is just a-hole bullshit behavior. Like, your mom should slap you in the face.
Yeah. Jeez.
What a douchey thing to do.
Just stop being a dick. Look,
Yeah,
if you are a representative, don't forget that you are representative for more than just the people who voted for you, especially if it was like, okay, 5% voted against you, and 95 are for you. Then I go, okay, maybe you have an argument. But that's not happening.
Yeah,
that's
you're
not happening. We're so equally divided
across the country. It's like close races all over the damn place. So
right. So just settle down a little bit.
Well,
be good representatives to your state.
Yeah.
And think about all the people you're representing.
Yeah.
One race that's never close is Babel Royale. So we're glad to have you here for Babel Royale.
Oh, that's the truth, isn't it? Isn't that the truth? Well, I probably missed a call by now. Oh, yeah, I have. All right, here we go. We're going to play Babel Royale. We're going to have some fun. That's what this is. It's fun. We're going to laugh. We're going to have a good time, and we're going to try to give some prizes to one lucky listener who is on the line right now. Hi, thanks for holding. Who's this?
It is Tanner from the now blue state of Arizona.
Oh, yeah. You guys flipped. What the frick? Arizona flipping.
Hey, Tanner, how you doing, man?
How's it going? How you feeling?
I'm pretty thrilled, actually, this morning.
Oh, that's good. Well, now we know where you're leaning. You like the blue there, do you? No, that's fantastic. Having Tanner on is always a pleasure because we like Tanner, and also we like giving Tanner prizes. But we can't do any of that until Brian figures out how we're going to play this and what he could win.
That's right, Scott. I'm going to be giving Scott and Brian a topic, and they're going to go back and forth, giving me answers that fit that topic. If one of them gives a wrong answer, a repeated answer, or they take too long to come up with an answer, well, the win goes to the other player. Tanner, your job is to predict who's going to come out on top based on, well, a topic that you submitted yourself. Today, you're playing for a triple pack of prizes, the How to Create a Fan Podcast book from Bill Meeks called Fan Podcasting. Really cool. A treat for your eyes and your ears, the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie, courtesy of Brian Baxter. And because we all need games, Tropico 3, from Racer 951Y, we always drop the Y, who clears up that the 951 is indeed about Porsche racing. The 951 was the an engine designation inside the Porsche 944.
Nice.
Which we talked about, so I feel like we did all right. We didn't sound like complete
total fools of ourselves.
Idiots.
Yeah, we did all right. It felt like at the time we knew what we were doing.
Dude, are most idiots blubbering? Is that a thing? Or is it people who blubber come off as idiots? And what exactly is blubbering?
Well, you don't want to be a flubbering idiot or you'll bounce all over the place.
So you know what? I'm gonna have a little fun here because Tanner right now is the only person who knows. Well, Tanner and I are the only people who know the topic. I'm gonna let Tanner decide who goes first and who he thinks is gonna win before you guys hear the topic. Just to kind of have some fun with this.
All right, Tanner, lay it on us. What do you think there, bud?
Man, I don't know, because I gave Brian kind of a hint in the email.
Oh yeah, you totally did. I'm going to use a mulligan because of that hint.
Scott to go first and Brian to win.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting,
Brian to
indeed.
win.
I'll remember this. Scott Johnson will remember this, it says in the corner.
I will remember this. I will never forget. Next time I win, I'm going to really rub it in your face.
That's
Cry
right.
more, Brian.
Cry more, Brian.
All right, so here is the topic today. Tanner went down a Wikipedia rabbit hole a few days ago and ended up on a page about emojis. And thought this list would be fun. The full list can be found at unicode.org, the emoji list. But according to the Unicode Consortium, the people who create emojis, what are the top 15 most used emoji in the world as of 1 year ago, October 2019? So as of 1 year ago, October 2019, what are the top 15 most used emojis?
And our new mulligan, if you get the first one wrong, rule holds, right? That's happening?
That holds, and I think I'm even going to extend the mulligan because there's some surprises on this list. So I will actually say we'll have a mulligan. You each get a mulligan regardless of the first answer.
Okay.
Give.
All right.
So
Modify
if your first
further.
answer here's the deal. If the first answer out of the gate is wrong, you automatically get a mulligan. You have to give an answer right away. That one doesn't count towards your mega mulligan. We'll call it the mega mulligan.
Mega mulligan.
Because it's like a video game, the mega mulligan.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go first then.
You are going to go first.
I mean,
Now you've got to tell us in the code. You got to tell us code.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you the code. Am I?
No, right. A plus 949.
So I have to assume like the standard. I mean, I still type it this way, but the standard smiley face, close parenthesis or colon close parentheses, what I do. I don't even bother with picking my emojis. I just type that still. So I assume that's a popular one. Yeah. It's gotta be. It's about what?
I know. Not even in the top 15.
Now I'm rethinking everything.
You can confirm that, right, Tanner? Because that's what I was expecting. That's kind of the first one I would have thrown out.
What do you say, Tanner?
Yeah, I think it's basically like the actual face emojis as opposed to
right, like little icons as opposed
don't
to...
think like semicolon, colon.
So like
but that's what I'm saying. No. I'm sorry, I didn't clarify myself. What I meant was that's how I still do it, but the most popular one must be the round yellow smiley face.
Yellow, and it's not even in the top. That one's not even in the top 15. So, the mini mulligan has been used, and
mini mulligan,
and you need to come up with another answer immediately.
Oh my lord!
Oh my lord, indeed.
If that's not there. Oh my gosh!
I really like this category, but yeah, that is what I was afraid of was going to happen. What was going to happen?
The laugh out loud one.
Yes, I'm going to give it to you. The rolling on floor laughing, smiley face,
smiley flailing place,
smiley face, kind of at an angle. I think with tears coming out of his eyes. Is number 4. We're going to call that the laughing out loud one. I know that there's a difference between LOL and ROFL, but I want to I want to keep this thing going.
I'll take
Oh
it.
my god.
I'll take it.
This is like weirding me out because it's like everything. Okay, so I got to back up. So we're not talking about ASCII based. We're talking about literal
Exactly.
emojis like you would see if you were using Facebook
Like if you
Messenger.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something like
if you
that,
click that
or an
little button
iPhone.
on the bottom of your messages, and it pulled up all the different
Right. So we're
little
looking for the
images.
number ones of those.
Correct.
Well, I send the heart a lot. I'm assuming
heart.
everybody would use the heart emoji.
Red heart is number 2 on the
Oh,
list.
nice.
Okay. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, number 10 in the
Oh.
top 15.
What? That should be
Yep.
like 1 or 2.
I use that. That is my go-to. Like in Discord, you know how it like shows you your most frequently used emojis. That's my number 1 most used emoji because it's like
Same. Discord, freaking Slack, all of those things. That's the one I use to say, okay, I got your message. Thumbs up, thanks. From my phone,
Yeah.
when I tap back to you to say, you're like, oh yeah, I'll be there at 3. And I'll send Brian a thumbs up because that means, I
Yep.
got your message. We're good.
Yep. Quick, it's easy. Exactly.
Good Lord. All right.
All right, I'm trying to think.
Everything I thought.
I'm kind of like getting it now because I've never really seen too many people put just smiley faces, but I've seen a lot of thumbs up.
Mhm.
I live in the Bible Belt. I see a lot of praying hands.
Very good. Number 6 on the list is the
Number
praying
6.
or
Ooh, good.
folded hands. Yes.
So we got. All right. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of all the ones I've seen
Yes.
recently.
Yeah, let's do.
It's a good thing I've been back on Facebook recently because I haven't.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing no one ever said out loud.
That's the place.
Glad you're there. All right, let's say. The eggplant. Is the eggplant on there?
Oh, that's a good one.
The eggplant.
The wiener plant?
Not in the top 15.
Are you kidding me?
And Tanner predicted that you were going to guess eggplant and says it's not even in the
Shit.
top 100.
Does he get an extra bonus for guessing that Scott would get?
No.
Yeah,
the
he should-
eggplant?
But now the mega mulligan has been used by Scott. So
Oh,
that was the mega mulligan.
interesting.
okay.
Right?
That's
Because the
right.
first one out of the box is the mini mulligan. That's
Right.
your gimme.
Yeah.
All right. So now you have to come up with another one.
Oh my god.
let me think for a second. Just for a second.
Yep.
The clap one.
Yeah,
The
say that.
clap one.
Say that.
Okay.
Clapping hand sign is number 12 on the list.
That's a good one.
Pair of hands with with
And what year was this?
Kathy sweat marks coming off of them. October 2019.
19. There's one that I'm tempted to say because I mean I feel like everybody in the world was using it. 2019.
Right.
I'm just not sure about that one.
It's a weird year.
I do know I see people doing the
Yeah. Doing the.
No, I'm trying to think of what you would call it. Is it just called the thinking emoji? It's like it looks like the like, but I know Arsenio Hall did, and it's like,
Right.
remember when he used to go and he's got like his
it's the
finger.
hands on the chin or hand on the chin.
Right.
Head
Things that
slightly
make you go,
turned.
but I'm sure the millennials don't call it that. So I gotta say it's like,
The millennials.
is it the WTF?
Well,
what are you thinking?
You've described it perfully, and
Okay.
Yeah, that
not in the top
counts.
15. Your mega mulligan
Oh.
also has been used. So
Oh.
all
Oh, no.
mega mulligans
Oh my
have been
gosh.
used. You need to come up with another answer immediately, Brian.
This could go bad.
Okay.
Now we're down to sudden death, basically.
I'm always seeing the lovey heart eye face, like my face has hearts in it with the eyes.
There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Number 3 on the list, smiling
Oh.
face with heart eyes is
What the frick,
It's
dude? These are
described.
terrible. All right. Well,
like
now
whatever I'm seeing, I'm loving.
sure. All right. How about
These usually come like all together. By the way, I see like people
Right.
post these it's like 8 in a row.
Yeah.
Eggplant, heart, smiley
Right.
face with
Yeah.
hearts for eyes.
Eggplant peach, eggplant peach, eggplant peach.
Right.
Let's go with the rolling eyes, maybe, like when they're like.
Oh, that's a good
rolling
one, too.
eyes.
Like the eye roll, like the
Mhm.
yes. Not in the top 15.
Oh no! I've used that one a lot myself. Oh come on!
All right,
That's the
what's the? I need
I
to
gotta
hear this
tell you
list.
the rest of these. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Is,
number
is the
one.
turd in there? I gotta know if the turd's in there
No,
because
poop isn't even in the top 100. Surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah. Tanner also predicted that Scott would guess poop.
You know,
I mean,
like
it's got its own stuffed toy. That's what I kept thinking. Like last year, we had those things, like those little stuffed emojis, and that was one of the ones it was the poo. So I guess not as popular as I thought.
I'm shocked by this. So give me the rest.
Here are the rest. Face with tears of joy. So it's the smiling face, eyes closed, two tears
the
coming
anime
out.
looking one with the streams of tears.
No, just two
No.
teardrops coming out of either side, eyes closed, mouth open. That might be the LOL. I don't know.
Okay.
But it's called Face with Tears of Joy. Smiling face with smiling eyes. This is where the not only do you get a smile, but the eyes are crescents
as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In addition to the red heart, there is the two hearts where you get a small heart, a big heart and a small heart.
Okay.
Then you get the anime-looking one with the loudly crying face where the two
That's-
streams of tears coming down.
That must be the one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
And what is that one?
That's number 8. It's called Loudly Crying Face.
Wow, I've used that wrong so many times.
It's a great.
Wow, you
finishing
are
move.
loudly crying.
Yeah. hell of a finishing
Face
move.
blowing a kiss is number 9.
Okay.
So it's the wink with a little
Yeah, oh yeah,
yep,
with a little
kissy
heart.
mouth.
Mhm.
Yep, and a little heart,
What kind of mouth?
kissy mouth.
Kissy
Oh,
mouth.
okay, that's not what I thought you said.
Yeah, kissy mouth. I don't know what is it. Smiling face with open mouth and cold sweat is this one's description. It's a smiley face with one drop of blue sweat coming down from the.
It's probably
the
like, oh,
forehead.
that's funny, but I'm nervous that you said it. It's probably going to get you in trouble, but it's pretty funny. It's like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Grinning face with smiling eyes. So this one is the showing teeth and the eyes are little crescents. Number 14 is fire. We used a lot more for
of course,
2020.
fire.
Yeah,
Oh,
that one
of
probably
course.
shot up the charts in 2020.
Yeah.
Right.
As did
Number one with a bullet is fire.
Yeah.
as did number 15, which is the broken heart.
Oh.
It's the heart with the crack going down the middle of
I
it.
never
That's
seen
when
that
you,
one.
you break up with your boyfriend on a text. You're like, I can't see you anymore, broken heart.
Exactly. Broken heart. Oh no, the Panera was out of avocado toast. Broken heart.
Oh. My monthly reminder, I've still never been to a Panera Bread. Thank you.
Did you say 100 was in there? Because that was like everybody was using 100 at one point
right.
in time.
I'm amazed that 100 wasn't in there.
I'm still not sure how that's supposed to be used. When people say that, do they mean 100% agree? Is that what they mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Because it's this little red 100 with a line under it.
Mhm.
There's no percentage. And I've never
Right.
known for sure. I always assume that, but
It's because people shorten the phrase from 100% to, oh yeah, 100. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
do
they'd
they
say,
do
oh
that?
man,
do people
100.
do that?
Yeah,
I
don't
hate
like
that
that.
they
Kids
do that.
today.
Don't do that. That's terrible. Don't do that. All right. Well, Tanner, you did it. Well done. How do you feel about your victory?
We're getting corrected, by the way. Archineer and Diced Tomato means keep it 100. What does keep it 100 mean?
Yeah, what
Somebody
does that
clarify.
mean?
Tanner, do you know what keep it 100 means?
No, I don't.
Um,
I always use it as like, yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Yep, me too.
Right.
Okay, good.
All
Good.
right.
Then
Keep
we're
it real.
then we're right, and everybody else is wrong.
Yeah, everyone else is wrong. Keep it 100. Give me a break, other generations. All right. Well done, Tanner. I'm proud of you there for doing that. And here's the fun part.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Brian will send you all the stuff. You already know his email, so reach out. You'll get it, and you are our lucky winner today. Thanks.
Reach out and you'll get it.
Reach out and you'll get it. Hey, Brian Dunaway, speaking of reaching out and getting it.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
What are you reaching out and getting? Anything you want to say before we go? We got Film Sack this weekend. Anything else going on in your life?
Yeah, we got Film Sack this weekend. Are we still watching Being John Malkovich's?
I think so.
Yeah.
Is that the
correct.
thing?
Being John Malkovich is
Yeah.
correct. Is our next Film Sack movie.
Never seen
Well,
it.
I'm looking forward to that. And also, I'm going to spend the next couple of days just gaming like a maniac and pretending that there are not a bunch of numbers being counted elsewhere.
The world's
Because
not
there's
on
nothing
fire.
I can do to control it, so let it go.
Yeah, let it go.
Brian, you
Let it go.
continue to keep it 100, and that's what
That's
we love
what
about
I
it.
Yeah,
do.
keep it
Fire.
100, dude. Keep it 100. All right, Brian Dunaway, everybody. Kiss our butts. Bye. All right. That was great. Enjoyed that.
Sure was. Too bad you didn't hang up on me.
Oh, didn't I? Wait a minute. Oh, you know what I just did? I removed you from the Film Sack group because I was in there for some reason. All right. Well, that was a goof. Speaking of Film Sack, happy birthday to Randy Jordan, who is celebrating his 64th birthday today. 64.
I know.
Today.
He looks so young, but boy, you forget that he's that old and that he's. I mean, I guess you remember when he gets really crotchety on the show. You remember that he's 64.
And his voice just gets lower and lower with every passing year. So
it does, and his pronunciations of chorizo and
his Southern guy accents, they just keep going.
True story.
Did I ever tell you about the time I had a birthday?
True story.
Anyway, well done, everybody. That was fun, as always. Now, this.
Good morning, everybody. In the news this morning, good morning.
Let's do the news, brought to you by...
Eating the face of my enemies with a robot spider.
Okay, so let's make some sense of that, see?
Please do. Please clear that up.
Been playing the new Watch Dogs Legion, where... You do sort of all kinds of hackery, and you're in London. It's like a police state London near future thing, and it's very fun, very cool game. But one of my favorite things about it is you have a remote spider bot that's used to go into like heating vents and like sneak into higher parts of buildings and like plug into a server and steal some data, that sort of stuff. And you see it from the perspective of this little spider robot after you send it out, and you're out in the street controlling it. And when he sneaks up on somebody who, like a guard who needs to be taken down, he doesn't kill them, but he puts them, he subdues them by, you hit X when you're behind them. It's kind of a stealth move. And you literally crawl like a spider up and around his leg all the way around to his face, and then face hugger style, like alien face hugger style, shock the guy, and then he falls over and he's done.
Oh, wow.
It's fantastic. It's a great thing.
Now, Watch Dogs was the game, the first, this is the sequel, right? You're playing Watch Dogs 2?
Watch Dogs Legion is the third one. So Watch Dogs 1 came out in 2013.
And that was the one where you basically controlled stoplights and stuff. And
yes, a bunch of that stuff is still in there. The difference with Legion, this new one that just came out, is the last game came out in 2016, so it's been a while. It's been 4 years.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. This one's different because there's no central protagonist. The entire city of people can be recruited and played with their own sets of skills and their own voice and their own story.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yes, I remember this.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
That's a really cool, clever concept for sure.
And it's tied me over for Cyberpunk, which is really the thing everybody wants. But
by the way, so I look over and I do see a notification in our Film Sack discussion, which is where it's like, oh, okay, it's probably somebody posting a message saying happy birthday, Randy. And I look over there and nope, it's you removing Brian from our Film Sack.
Yeah, I did that earlier when I thought I was removing him from our show.
Gotcha. That's what you thought you were hanging up on him.
Yeah.
Okay,
so he's back in now. That was so dumb. It was so dumb.
Just letting you know, it's like, by the way, you might want to let Brad Dunaway back into Film Sack.
Yeah, what's weird is I was in there for I don't know what reason. I guess I noticed you guys were posting about new movie possibilities, and so I was in there while we were talking to Dunaway, and I saw his name, but I also saw Randy's name. Like, why is Randy's name in TMS? I should remove both these guys from here. And then I realized what I had done, so
Gotcha.
He's back.
And I'm guessing you probably said that when we talked about you not hanging up on Brian.
Yes.
And that's why Icor is saying Red on Air Light. That's
yeah, Red on
that one
Air
I don't
Light.
feel bad about not paying attention to because that wasn't meant for me. That's a discussion
That's a discussion you had no desire to even hear.
Yeah, I had no dog in that race, so it's totally fine.
All right, moving on. Here's some news. Expensive and Edinburgh doctor claims vaccine causes autism and chicken nuggets can help cure it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know why the headline says he's expensive, but whatever. A 210-pound an hour Edinburgh doctor says, or he runs a private clinic.
He's gaining 210 pounds an hour? What?
Yeah, I just realized their currency is weird. These are there in the UK. That is pounds, not euros, right? What is that symbol?
Yeah.
It is pounds.
Yeah, pounds.
The euro symbol and the pound symbol, I mix them up all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If it's not a dollar sign,
But it's the L. I mean, the L is so. It's like a little L. It's like a little Laverne L with a little cross through it.
Laverne L. Oh, because Laverne and Shirley had the L on her jacket.
Yeah, she wore
all the
that
time.
L on her shirt, and then you just draw a little line through it. And
Right. Well, he says he runs this clinic in the capital of Edinburgh, and he's come under fire for suggesting autism may be caused by the MMR jab, meaning that shot. But this is the part that's crazy. There are people who, whatever, we're not getting into the autism freaking vaccine argument today on the show, but his solution is that organic chicken nuggets could alleviate symptoms. Now, that alleviates my symptoms if I'm hungry. If I'm hungry, those sound great. Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll eat a nugget.
I mean, organic chicken nuggets. I mean, you're still coating them with batter. You're still deep frying them.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know that the condition of the
free
original
range.
chicken.
I guess they're just free range chicken nuggets.
Is that what they mean? Okay?
Yes.
They weren't raised 2 inches apart or whatever.
I guess.
Isn't that the difference? Isn't there some? Here's the thing: when everyone says free range chicken or free range beef, my first thought is, okay, did you make it 3 inches instead of 1 inch apart? Like
around right, exactly around the.
Because I know what they want me to think, which is like a huge field running free as if man was not even here. Like I know that's what they want me to think, but I know that's not it, right? There's no way.
Yeah. No.
There's some limit. There's some hard ceiling to that, and they're just.
I don't know. I mean, I think free range. The free range should imply that they're not even in a cage, that they're just basically in an open penned area.
Okay, is that how that works?
I'd like to think that. Can I just think that?
You can think it. It's fine if that helps you sleep better, feel better, and all that. You should totally think that.
It does.
I have a feeling the marketing is the marketing, and we're all being fooled. That's what I probably think.
Well, and you're probably right.
I don't want to be right. I want to be. I want to be like my old self, where I was super naive about things like this. That I took people at their word. I like those days where somebody would say a thing to me, and I would go, "Oh, the fact that they're saying it to me means that they are in good faith telling me a thing that's true." I miss those days. They don't exist anymore.
No,
not really. I mean, they never did. What I'm saying is I was naive, and I fell for it every time.
Yep.
But it only took.
By
me,
the way, in our Discord chat, I'm putting the thing in there that I was trying to that I've been trying to work on to put in there to show the chat, which are fun misspellings you find of chicken nuggets,
I love
organic
this.
or not.
Love this. Look at chicken nut guts, you guys. There it is on chat. We got another one. Chicken nuggest.
Nuggest.
Also, those don't look like chicken nuggets at all.
They look like onion rings to me.
Yeah. And if you say, well, no, it's the stuff behind it. No,
that's not chicken nuggest either.
No, it's shifted over because I can kind of see nuggets off to the left there.
Yeah, the top left corner, yeah.
Yeah. Those are great. Those are really good. More misspellings, please. We like stuff like
I have a whole page of them that I'll give you. Maybe you can show them during the song or something.
That's fantastic. What else? Oh, so yeah, he says you give them nuggets and they'll be fine. It's the dumbest thing on the planet. But he says it's true. All right. Finally, we'll do one more story here. A U.S. man who bought a Lamborghini with his government PPP loan is now in jail. Yeah, went to jail for this.
So
this
he's a company owner, right? So that's how he would have gotten the.
Yes. So the way this worked is, instead of speeding off in his $200,000 Lamborghini Urus. Ugh.
Yeah.
That sounds like a part of your penile.
It sounds like it's another name for pee.
Yeah, your Urus. I've left some Urus on the floor. A Texas man got a slow ride to jail on Tuesday after U.S. authorities arrested him for $1.6 million in government pandemic aid that he used to go on a spending spree.
Raise your hand if you're hearing Foghat right now in the back of your head.
Slow ride. Is that them?
Yeah, exactly.
Take it easy. Lee Price III. He's 29 years old, so he's still young and dumb. Was charged with fraud after he secured 2 government loans under the Paycheck Protection Program to pay employees he did not have, according to the Justice Department in a statement. Instead, he spent the funds on lavish goods that, like the sports car, for example, and a Rolex watch, some real estate, an F-350 pickup truck, and thousands of dollars at Houston strip clubs.
Oh, he wants to live the Kim.com life is basically what he's...
Tucking 20s in the G-string, yo.
Yep, exactly.
Let's see, Price secured 2 loans, and one was for $900,000, while $713 Construction was the company name, was approved for over $700,000, but neither has employees, and the individual listed as CEO on the thing died in April of 2020. a month before the application was submitted, according to the complaint. So it's just full-on fraud.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Man, so, wow.
Don't do that.
Bastard.
Don't do those loans. That's a federal no-no. You will go to jail if you do that.
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
If you can do the time, then go ahead and do the crime.
We need a follow. We need an adjusted version of that song now, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
If you're okay with the time, then go ahead and do the crime.
Crime is just fine if you have the time.
Perfect.
All right.
Yes.
Jamie, you're welcome to all that if you want it. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Tom Merritt will be here. We're going to talk about the tech stories of the day, of the week, of the whatever. And I don't know if any of that stuff will be, as far as I know, we didn't have any like major hacks or outages or anything.
No, nothing.
So that's good. That's real good, I think. Anyway, so who knows what he'll have today? Maybe that Lenovo comes.
would have you believe. Yeah, exactly.
Your high, slow voice of him is pretty uncanny. It's pretty good.
Frankly, we won the election.
Yeah.
Boot edge.
All right. Anyway, so we're going to do all that.
I can't do it this morning.
We're going to do all that right after this, but I need music, so play some. What do you have?
Sure. Well, 311 vampires walk into a bar.
I was having trouble with my jump shot, but since I've been exercising regularly, I've gotten much better. Watch this.
Scott, you can't let your friends run your life.
The great taste that kids have grown to love. They're great.
And we have returned from then. And that was exactly right. Like 311 and a little ska hidden underneath.
A little vampire weekend. I don't know. I don't know if you can say ska if there aren't horns. I agree with whoever said that in the chat room. Ska has to have horns.
So
it
horns
can be
are
slow.
required. Okay. All right.
But
I like that.
I don't make the rules, Scott. I just follow them.
No. You I mean, look, this has never been truer than right this second.
Scott, you can't let your friends run your life.
Brian, quit trying to run my life. All right. Hey, what about Tom?
What about Tom?
Yep, that fantastic film from the late 80s starring Tom Merritt and that other guy. Oh, hold on. I have screwed up this group again. What am I doing? Oh my gosh, I did it again. I was having a private conversation with Bobby Frankenberger about some science questions, and then I added Tom to that group because I'm dumb. So now I'm not dumb. Now I'm smart because I have added Tom to this group. I'm going to play his intro, and we're going to go from there.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
That man you are familiar with is LA's finest, Tom Merritt. Tom, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm not a police person.
Well,
you're the tech police.
Yeah, you're tech police.
No, I don't even want that job, honestly. Also, I wondered why I was in a group with Bobby. Now I know.
Yeah, now it makes sense, right? Sorry about that. That was weird. I've done that twice today, so I don't know what that says about me, but I do know this. There seemed to be, we were saying this before the segment or before the song, but there seemed to be a lot of people worried about hacks and stuff this year, and there always is around election time. We got to, shore up the systems, make sure the databases are safe and all that on a state-by-state, local, national level, all that. Seemed like it went pretty well in that regard. Were you surprised as a tech analyst to say, oh, yeah, it was not too bad. We didn't get attacked or maybe we don't know yet, but as far as we know, it went pretty smoothly.
Yeah. Well, a couple things. One, the actual threats to the election from a cybersecurity perspective weren't really involved with the voting. Almost all of the voting is done in a way that would be very difficult to attack. None of it's done online. It would all require in-person attacks. Most of the things that were theoretically possible had to do with causing confusion. Sending people information that was wrong or hacking a website so that the vote totals appeared wrong for a minute. A lot of that stuff is easy to guard against having an impact. At least, like if a county's website gets hacked, it's easy for the county to tell the media quickly, like, we got hacked, don't pay attention. that didn't happen, and I chalk that up to the heightened awareness. The reason that you may have been worried about that is because you read certain outlets that were blaring headlines at you telling you it was more possible than it probably was.
Sure.
But the effect of that was all the county clerks, all the governments, all the people in charge of elections and election commissions were exceptionally on guard against that sort of thing. So no, I wasn't expecting anything. I wouldn't have been like, bowled over if something had been attempted.
Sure.
But it would have been really hard to do. And so no. Yeah.
How's your
it's a long way of saying no, I wasn't.
Do we have a way of knowing for sure that Savannah Guthrie has not been compromised?
I don't know. No,
Okay.
We can tell if she's a deep fake or not, but I mean, you're talking about.
I'll take that. I'll be happy with that. That I call it.
All right. She has Bitcoin.
I'm a big fan of watching John King. I hasten to say I'm not a big fan of CNN, but I am a big fan of John King. And CNN made a very smart choice last night and just let John King do his stuff. He is a maestro with that Pixelmator touchscreen, and so that was mostly what I watched. I don't know if he's been compromised.
Chuck Todd had his own version of that, and it seemed like at
They
the
all
beginning
do,
of
yeah.
the night, beginning of the night, he was having a little trouble operating it, trying to click on.
Arizona,
John King
and he
is a
kept
master.
clicking Nevada. Like he's so good at it, and CNN pretty much just let him go. They rarely cut away from him. They just let him do his thing. Wolf Blitzer kept trying to interrupt him, but other than that, it was great.
Yeah, well, that's Wolf Blitzer for you. So
he stepped on my foot once.
Wolf Blitzer did? Really?
Really? Where? In like an airport or something, or what was
in the White House press room.
Oh yeah, right. Because you used to
1993.
You were interning and stuff for NPR and all that. Oh, that's right. Okay, I forgot you had some time in there. That would have been 93 Clinton then, right? So
yeah, it was first 100 days of Clinton.
Did they ever let you do did you ever get to ask a question or do anything cool like that?
No.
Oh,
I got to go to two though. I got to go to one press briefing in the White House press room. So I got to see that it's a tiny room. You don't realize it on TV. And then I also got to go to a bigger one that actually happened in the rotunda. But that one was really impressive.
So close enough to Wolf Blitzer to neither deny or confirm that he is actually a werewolf, and the name is out in plain sight to hide.
Yeah, all I can say is he was not in werewolf form when he stepped on my foot.
He didn't do any kind of blitzing, so that's good. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's fantastic. And your sister, how'd your sister fare? Everything go okay? She's a.
I got a thanks text message when I was like, you don't have to respond to this, but I'm thinking of you. You're doing a great job. Yeah. But by all accounts, all the other people in Greenville I talked to yesterday said she's considered a local rock star. So
that's fantastic. Really another Merritt with merit. I love it. That's fantastic.
A Cybert.
A Cybert.
Yes.
A Cybert.
Cybert.
No, that's her last name.
Oh, it is?
Oh,
I thought it was like
I thought it was a tech reference.
Cyborg.
Oh, okay. A Cybert. That's a cyborg Bert, and Ernie is not happy about it. Anyway. So what else is going on in the world of tech? It can't be the only story is there were no hacks. There has to be something else going
let me
on.
know. That is not a story as far as I'm concerned. What is a story is, I know y'all are dying for some election results, but there's a few tech measures across the country. Prop 22 in California passed. That's the one that exempts app-based drivers. So people who do ride hailing, people who do food delivery, exempts them from a state law that would have required them to be treated as full-time employees. Kind of goes part way, gives them some insurance in certain cases, gives them a minimum wage. Massachusetts passed Question 1, which will prevent car manufacturers from locking out telematics data from third parties. So that will get repair shops and just, car hackers, people who like to work on cars, not attackers, hackers, a chance to get in and modify cars and make apps and stuff. So that'll be fun. Mm-hmm. Prop 24 was passed in California, which essentially takes the privacy protection law there, the CCPA, and makes it a proposition. It doesn't really change that much about it, but it just makes it harder to change. They were worried about companies coming in and lobbying the legislature to weaken it, so this will protect it. Mm-hmm. And then Portland, Maine passed an ordinance kind of similar, making a ban on facial recognition fixed for 5 years. It was already the law, but now that this is a proposition, it can't be changed for 5 years, and there's fines around that. But no facial recognition in Portland, Maine. Portland, Oregon already had this. Portland, Maine now joins them in the League of Portlands Against Facial Recognition.
Interesting. So you can't. Okay, so I hadn't heard of this. So if somebody's got you on a security camera, that's fine.
This is for the government. I'm gonna just jump right in. This
Okay.
stops the government from using facial recognition. It doesn't stop you, a private citizen, from using.
Okay,
facial.
so because Facebook, by its very nature, when you take a photo, it immediately goes, "Oh, who do we know this from?" And they go match up faces.
Yeah.
That we're not talking about that. This is like totally
No,
just
no, we're saying the police, the city, traffic cams, all that. None of the government cannot use facial recognition in carrying out its duties.
All right, that's super interesting. All right, well, that's great. More like that, and of course, other sundry things will happen today on the Daily Tech News Show, a show that I'm on Wednesdays, so I'm very excited to be on today. Tom Merritt, do you have anything else you want to mention here before we go?
Yeah, I'm going to try to keep this as close to up to date as possible. But if you are tired of election coverage, bookmark justtellmewhowon.com.
Oh,
I created it yesterday.
I love it. That's great.
Yeah.
.com.
If you go to justtellmewhowon.com, you'll see right now, still no one yet. Keep checking back.
This is great. You are a nut. That's fantastic. I love this so much. I can't even stand it. All right. Well done, Tom Merritt. We will talk to you more later today. 2:30 Mountain Time, everybody, for that. Ace Detect on Twitter and dailytechnewsshow.com if you're looking for details.
Thank you,
Tom,
much.
have a good one. We'll see you later. Bye now. All right, there he goes. There he goes. We can't help it. The music just comes.
Great minds. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Nicole Spagnolo up on deck. Not showing us online. However, confirmation via text that she is in.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
One may think that perhaps we were quick with Tom, and so perhaps she's not yet online.
Or maybe, the kids need a little assistance.
Could be.
Some
Mark needs to be told to wipe front to back.
Right.
It's not all. To get some big mom energy.
Mark needs some help adjusting his the guide blade on his Phillips shaver to make sure that he gets exactly the right amount of stubble.
There you go.
It's a two-person job.
That's right. Just enough salt and pepper on that face, on that handsome man face.
Handsome face.
I'm going to text her real quick and just see if everything is okay and nothing has gone south.
Okay, good.
While I pause the thing.
Has it gone north?
It's gone southeast.
Is it gone all higgledy-piggledy?
Higgledy-piggledy. I don't know that I've heard that phrase before, but I like it.
Mm-hmm. Catty-wumpus.
I just realized the memoji things that you can make on your iPhone of your face, and then you can do all the different faces and stuff. If you have long hair, like Nicole's got one in here of her long hair, and the problem is they don't. So when you and I do it, it's fine because they don't show a neck, but you don't think about it because we don't care about the head. But when you see Nicole's, which I'll now put in Discord so you can see this,
you get a floating head with no neck.
Yeah, it's like disembodied and weird.
And there's even a shadow on the hair.
Yeah,
of the absence of a neck.
I don't think I like it. I think it's disconcerting and Halloweeny. And Halloween's over, so let's stop.
And obviously that heart that she's got on her cheek is causing her pain because she's squinting her eye.
Mm-hmm.
Like wincing, I think, is like, ow, this heart,
this
is
growth.
pulling my mouth to the side.
I need to have it removed, doctor. How did it get
here? Does this giant heart on my face look infected to you?
No kidding. All right, no answer yet. I hope nothing weird happened. Oh, there she is.
There she is.
There she is.
And see, she does have a neck.
Yeah, you have a neck. You totally have a neck. Your memoji has no neck. Have you noticed that in our text? Have you noticed that?
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, you just have hair. You got a little, you got this heart growth on your cheek too, but.
Oh yeah, I have no neck.
Yeah, you got no neck. And all the men in my life.
Your face is casting a shadow on the absence of neck on your hair.
Somebody get Tim Cook on the line. He needs to build a new product. All right, Nicole. Oh, I gotta record this. Hold on. Shit. I paused the recording. All right, we're back. Hey, Nicole's here, and I'm going to play her theme. Wait, where's your theme? Your theme's here somewhere. Here it is. Nope, that ain't it. There we go. Nicole joins us here does every Wednesday to talk about recommendals, things we've seen
Yeah.
on streaming services. How you doing today? How's it going?
Sorry I'm late.
It's all right.
I know you know I'm homeschooling Ava, so we're working on the letter of the day, and today's why. And it's hard to get her going, and she was like in a streak, and I'm like, I gotta go, but you're doing it.
Exactly. You don't want to interrupt that momentum. So totally get that.
Oh yeah, we're fine with that. Parenting first here. We have a parenting first here rule. So, but if it means we get delayed, we do not care. Kids are more important. Anyway. So that's fantastic. So that's going okay then, the homeschooling and
Unless
that?
it's Tristan, in which case.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. She's, she always skips the letter N. So we've been working really hard on that. LMNO is really hard for kids, I think.
Yeah.
So
it's hard for me.
Well, she's really got to get, if she's working on Y, she's got to get the N going, or else she won't be able to fill out surveys that ask yes or no questions. So
This is
she needs the pair of N and Y.
Yeah.
So
N
yeah,
and Y
lots of
together.
singing alphabet and all that fun stuff.
Oh, that sounds great. What a
It's
fun
fun.
age. Well, all right. We're going to dive in. We're going to do some recommendals. We're going to do, as tradition dictates, start with Brian. He has 2 today. And, right?
Yay.
Yeah.
I don't know if mine's a recommendal or not, but we'll talk about it.
Mine definitely is, but now I'm curious to see what yours is. All right, Brian, we'll start with yours. You got this first one here. Do you have any setup or anything you want to say about it?
Mine is a film that came out on October 2nd, 2020. Believe it or not, actually was in theaters, but is now available on streaming because the world.
Okay, fair enough. Here it is.
Does my foot smell funny? Because I was wondering.
We're watching Breaking Bad.
What?
It's really good.
It's a great show. Have you seen it?
Yes, I have seen it. It's great. It's not for kids.
What? Was there something bad on?
No. Yeah. Hey, look, I can shuffle.
Oh, wow, that's great.
We learned that all young girls should know how to shuffle and how to
Bluff.
bluff. Right. And how do you bluff?
Poker face.
Poker face. Poker face. Poker face. Nice.
It sounds like Bill Murray. Is that
This
Bill Murray?
is I think I did this a recommendal years ago.
Oh.
It's where Bill Murray's watching her kids. Gosh.
This came out in October of this year, so that would be a neat trick.
Well, then he's done multiple movies like this then, where he watches kids.
Yes, that is On the Rocks, and that is Bill Murray that you're hearing. It's also Rashida Jones, who plays his daughter. This is another film by Sofia Coppola, who did Lost in Translation and paired Bill Murray up with a much younger female co-star and watched hilarity ensue.
I
At least
remember this.
time-
I heard this was coming, but I'd forgot. Or my worry was, is this just going to be weird like that was? That was a weird movie. That Sofia Coppola Lost in Translation.
Lost in
movie.
Translation.
Just ethereal and strange.
A very different type of movie where it's more fluid and not like setup, climax, payoff. It's kind of like setup and payoff all the way through, more subtle kind of stuff.
Yeah. It sounds like you're arranging a hooker when you say set up,
Setup and
climax,
payoff. Setup and payoff.
You go set up,
Money's
climax, payoff.
Money's on the dresser. Let yourself out.
Saint Vincent. That was the movie. I was
St.
thinking,
Vincent. Yeah. Okay.
Where he watches a kid.
He watches Melissa McCartney's kid.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
Melissa McCartney. Oh, weird. So he's a babysitter in 2 movies ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, although what you heard is the only point at which he's really babysitting the kids. The story is actually about Rashida Jones and her husband going through kind of a rough patch, and Bill Murray as her father is the very protective and wealthy father that is helping her out. And like with Lost in Translation, actually like with a lot of Bill Murray stuff, it feels like the director is smart enough to just say, here's where the scene needs to go. Rashida Jones has a script, but you just kind of go Bill. We're just going to turn you loose. Because he just makes it look so effortless and funny. This is on Apple TV Plus, just came out October 23rd, was the official release. And it's good. I really enjoyed it. Apple TV Plus.
Apple TV Plus.
Oh, right. That's the news I heard, is that Apple picked it up. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Because it was supposed to be like a full theatrical run, and they couldn't, and so Apple was like, well, we need to fill out our movie roster, so here's some money.
Yep, and this is a great one for them to fill it out with. It's really, really good. Boy, I don't want to say too much else. Marlon Wayans is in there as Rashida Jones' husband. That's really the only like recognizable names and faces that you're going to see in here. But it's really, really well. Oh, I'm sorry, and I take that back. Jenny Slate, who you know as
yeah, I like her a lot. She's Bobby Hill. No, different
Bobby
actress.
Hill.
Sorry, she does a bunch of voice actors. It's not Bobby Hill. She does.
Right.
I know who you mean though. She's great. Jenny Slate.
She was in Parks and Rec as Rufio. Was that John Rufio? John Ralphio's
yeah.
sister.
Yeah. I think Rufio might be more appropriate for it.
Rufio, yes. Anyway, really, really good film. Definitely worth checking out. It is called On the Rocks, and it's on Apple TV Plus.
That's awesome. Did you know, by the way, that she was in? Where is it? Here, hold on a second.
Jenny Slate?
No. Sorry, Sofia Coppola was in.
Oh.
Everyone always thinks of her as the terrible role in Godfather 3.
Yeah.
And it was bad, but she's in
Mary Corleone.
I lost it. It's a weird thing. I can't find it now. Damn it. Well, anyway, she was in things. She was in other stuff.
Virgin Suicides?
No, I don't know what it was. I'm looking here, and Phantom Menace. That's what it was. Star Wars
was she
Episode
really?
1.
Was she one of the decoy Amidala's?
Well, who was Sache? Sache with a...
Sasha, she, I don't know how the hell you say your name.
She's a Wookiee. Well, no, she's not a Wookiee. Hold on. Here she is. All right, I found her. Her homeworld
she
is
was in
Naboo.
Little Women, right?
Yeah. Yes, she was
Lady
in
Bird.
No, different lady. You're thinking of somebody else. Oh, you're thinking of Saoirse Ronan. No, this is the character name. Sasha Adova, female human.
This is the best.
She served as a handmaiden to Amidala, Queen of Naboo. There you go. Handmaiden.
Okay, so she was not a decoy, but just a handmaiden.
Just a lady. Just a lady.
Just a lady. All right, let's get to my second recommendal.
Let's get to your second recommendal, Brian. What's set up for that? What do you got?
This is a TV series Tina and I watched because she read the book and really wanted to see the series. We'll just talk about what I thought of it, but it's a streaming series that just again also just arrived in the last couple months on streaming services.
All right, here you go.
Next up, the House of Monogamy. Now, the reasons behind the savages' most primitive practice remain a mystery, but we do know that monogamy is an important tradition which allows the savages to combine the core values of their culture: ownership, competition, jealousy, and strife. And here we are. We do hope you enjoy the presentation. For those of you continuing on to the House of Consequence, we'd like to remind you to please keep your hands...
What's the House of Consequence?
It's called a prison. They cut off part of their social body and keep it there.
Outside of captivity, savages are able to double or even...
No idea.
All right, that is a show called Brave New World, and it's based on the novel by Aldous Huxley that talks about a future society that's based on a class system where everybody of wealth and power is in these protected walled cities, while on the outside, the savages basically live the lives that we're living right now with marriage and prisons and monogamy and things like that. And the wealthy basically dope themselves up to avoid feeling any strong feelings. So constantly... It
sounds like We Happy Few.
Does it? Yeah, okay.
That game?
Yeah,
oh, okay, yeah.
A little bit.
Right.
We Happy Few is very much like, hey, we're all smiling and everything's perfect, but really it's...
we're in misery.
Bad. Yeah, it's real bad.
So you'll hear constant clicking of them with their little pill popping pens that basically, administer one of these pills at a time that they take to keep from feeling anxious or fear or things like that. It's a 9-episode limited series, obviously based on the book. It's on the Peacock Network. You don't hear, let's see, I guess you hear Jessica Brown Finley in there. She's someone you'll recognize, although I'm trying to remember what else she's done that.
This is the dude is Han Solo.
He's Alden Ehrenreich, yes, or Ehrenreich, Han Solo.
Yeah. Yeah, how is he in this? Is he good?
He's great.
Yeah.
He's really, really good. And
I like that.
one big surprise is seeing Demi Moore as his mom.
Weird.
With blonde hair, and she looks like a younger American Horror Story Jessica Lange.
Really?
Oh, weird.
At first I thought that's who it was. I'm like, oh my God, who's that? And Tina's like, well, the voice sounds like Demi Moore, but then we looked it up and like, sure enough.
Does she don an accent? Does she do an English accent?
No, because the Savage. This is also the funny thing it's New London, the walled city, but outside New London, there's a lot of for whatever reason Americans.
Yeah. So the fancy posh people living inside the happy place, they're all British sounding, right? And then all of the dirtbags outside are.
And what's funny, people are saying that it's canceled. I thought it was just supposed to be a 9-episode.
Mini series,
9-episode limited series, but I guess it was canceled. Good news is, it's one season and they wrap it up, and I fully thought
you just thought it was over. Okay,
I thought it was over. I mean, basically they ended on a very satisfactory tone. It gets a little heady because you're dealing with society and culture and whether you should be feeling emotions or not. There's another woman that you'll absolutely recognize. Nina
Sosani? Is that
Nina
Santa
Sosania.
Maria.
Yes, Nina Sosania.
She's cool.
She's in everything, right?
Yeah, she's cool.
Love Actually. She was in that great Teachers show on the BBC, which was fantastic.
So is this show gonna scratch my like dystopian
future
thing
itch?
Yeah.
It will. It's more of like you spend a little bit more time in the Logan's Run fantasy world, than you do in the outside post-apocalyptic
right
outer world. But
Scott, did you finish We Happy Few?
The game? No. Played it but didn't finish it. Yeah.
It gets crazy.
Does it?
Yeah.
It sounds like Brian. It does really sound like he's describing that game. It's almost like that show is based on that game. Yeah, that's crazy.
Maybe there might be some common plots in there.
Yeah,
I'm a little bummed to hear that it's not going to happen or go on, because the whole point of Peacock was to put out stuff where maybe it would get some traction in a streaming way, and then they could have a series last longer than the typical network TV patience. They cancel so quickly.
Well, this is a bad this would be a bad one to continue, because I feel like again it probably follows the novel really closely, ends where the novel ends, and if they did try to milk more seasons out of it, it might go in dumb places. Gotcha. Right? Might so
like Wayward Pines.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right, or a Under the Dome, or
Under the Dome.
It's like
Under the Dome is still one of my great disappointments, man. I love that book so much. And
I heard they canceled Castle Rock too.
Oh no!
Really?
Yeah.
Too many anthology horror shows on TV right now. They just can't compete with themselves. Even they have their own competition on Hulu for that kind of show. I don't know what they're doing over there. Anyway, well, all right. These both sound like my jam.
Brave New World, Peacock, and On the Rocks, which is Apple TV Plus. Highly recommend. It's like basically I'd give On the Rocks an A. It's great. It's a great story, sweet story. And Brave New World, I'd give it a B. Second half of the season gets a little heady, but still really good.
Would you you think a movie like the first one, the Sofia Coppola movie, is like Oscar-y style thing? We'll hear about it later in the year.
Okay. I think I could see Best Original Screenplay getting a nomination for that. It's lighter, fluffier fare, so I don't know. I guess I could see it getting a Best Picture nomination.
It's not quite the art film that Lost in Translation was, for sure.
No, but definitely close. Yeah. I mean, there's some definite. It feels like Lost in Translation at points. So
I am gonna watch that movie.
So Brian Bro Bright in the chat room said The Stand. When is The Stand coming out? Isn't that
soon? I want to say. When I say soon, it may not be till December or January, but it's supposed to be pretty close. There's trailers and stuff.
December 17th on CBS All Access.
Man, I'm so
is it just me? But is it weird when new stuff comes out and I go, how did they get this filmed?
No,
Like,
same.
When
Yeah.
did this happen?
Like the
Gina's been
Fargo.
watching This Is Us.
Oh yeah, that one is known for having.
And they're including Black Lives Matter and the pandemic in with their storylines. Like it's taking place in the here and now.
Yeah, that's true. Also, like Fargo had to stop filming and was delayed as a result early in the pandemic, but then finished filming during it. And so a lot of the stuff I'm seeing now in these Fargo episodes were all stuff that were filmed, 5 months ago or whatever. I think some of that stuff just, some of them obviously it depended on the state and local rules and stuff, but some of them were able to say, all right, well, here's our new safety stuff, and everyone gets tested every day on the set, and now you're all together working together, and you get tested at the end of the day, and if you're sick, you stay home. And I think they're working it out.
Mm-hmm.
Too much money to be made.
I can't believe the cast in The Stand. You got Amber Heard, Greg Kinnear, Whoopi Goldberg, Marilyn Manson, Alexander Skarsgård.
Whoa, is Manson?
Marilyn Manson is in it?
Marilyn Manson is in it.
Is he the bomb
Stand.
guy?
Is he Mr. Black?
No.
That's
That's
character.
Skarsgård.
Oh, he's the only one listed on the Wikipedia page that doesn't have a cast. Doesn't list who
He's going to be the
characters
crazy bomber dude, Nicole. I guarantee it. That'll be who that is. But Skarsgård will play. Is playing Man in Black.
Rob Lowe's character.
Yeah, that's him. And that's perfect. No complaint. Skarsgård, perfect for that.
Yeah.
The rest of it, I don't know. Whoopi Goldberg probably pretty good for Miss or whatever her name is. I've read the book 5 times and I can't think of any names here, but the lady in Colorado that all the good people flock to. That's her.
Could you get Ava for me?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right.
we got a moment. We have a thing.
Did you get your Y done?
Yeah, she's upset about something.
Oh no,
I don't know.
The Y has.
Thankfully, Mark's inside.
Did you ask her why?
Yeah, ask her. Well, there you go. All right, I'm going to play mine. Let's see if you guys can get it. I will tell you it is a documentary, and that's all I'll say. Here it is.
I had zero experience with disabled people. I knew as many disabled people as I knew sumo wrestlers. So I'm at the front of the bus, and I was not prepared for the visual of so many disabled people at one time.
Okay, currently streaming on Netflix. Any guesses as to what this is?
I don't know.
It is.
I know you loved it because you tweeted about it.
I did love it. This thing burrowed into my soul. It is called. It just came out. It's called Crip Camp.
Okay.
It is a 2020 documentary. It is all about in the 1970s, early 1970s, there was a camp that was run by a few people that was designed specifically and only for kids with disabilities. The term crip can be pretty derogatory, but the way it's used in the film is interesting because it's sort of tied to the 70s. It also helps illustrate the discrimination that the disabled experienced during that time. And the whole thing, I thought the whole documentary was going to be, it's just archival footage of them at this camp. These kids that are like 15 to 18 with everything from cerebral palsy to just born with their legs not working, or spina bifida or whatever, like everything in between, deaf kids, blind kids, just this big group of kids at this camp. And I thought that's what it would be, and it was for a while. It was just like, this is what the camp did, and this is what the kids did, and here's some archival footage of these people, and then there's modern versions of them in their wheelchairs on camera talking about their experience at the camp. But then this thing freaking goes places, and it talked about a bunch of stuff I'd never heard of. And I was too young. I was maybe 2 years old when this was filmed, or when this camp happened. But basically, a whole bunch of people from this camp, in particular, one girl, her name is Judith Human, is her name. Wheelchair-bound lady, very young in the camp days. She was just a teenager, but she even then showed like this incredible intelligence and emotional intelligence about her situation in life and empathy toward others who were disabled. And as a result, she goes on to be this powerful voice in disabled rights and pushing for new legislation. So we don't remember this because we were babies, but by the time we were in high school, Brian, there were ramps and there were curbs where it would dip down for access to wheelchairs, and there were rules about businesses and access.
Spaces.
Exactly, all that stuff. So that was just part of life, and we just had it. I didn't know about the fight it took to get that stuff. Like, this thing goes way into that. They cover all of the court battles, the government battles, trying to deal with the Carter administration, then the Reagan administration, and finally in the Bush administration truly finally getting the stuff that they had been fighting for all these years. So decades long fight. And the irony of it all was all the kids that they're talking to from the camp are all the ones that end up being these activists who would like do the protests. In San Francisco, they had a giant sit-in at City Hall, and they stayed there for like 30 days. They had a hunger strike, all this stuff. Just all these people in various states of disability. And they credit, and the whole point of the movie is to kind of show that the camp had this gigantic influence on their ability to do this. Even the sit-in, the 30-day sit-in, was them singing songs. Somebody would play guitar. They'd have meetings where everybody got to talk, including people you can't understand without subtitles. And they got to say their say. I mean, everybody would understand it because they, again, you're around these disabled all the time and you just feel it. Anyway, this thing freaking goes places. I loved every second of it. It was heart-riveting, great stuff. I teared up, I will admit, a number of times in it. And I'm blown away by some of these people. Just blown away. So, if you want something that is heartfelt, historic, accurate, a look at a thing you probably don't know about, very much about anyway, or that you just sort of accept to be true today and you didn't know how we got there, this thing is awesome. Burrowed right into my soul. It's fantastic.
That's cool.
So it's
and if you don't have
Crypt
Netflix, apparently Netflix has posted it for free on their YouTube page. So if you go to YouTube and then go to the Netflix page, you can watch it for free there without even having to have a subscription.
That's
which
awesome.
is really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome because it deserves its it deserves to be seen, and these people need to be just recognized because it's that Judith Heumann person. She is a freaking rock star. She's so cool. Anyway, worth checking out, and definitely my recommendation of the week. All right, Nicole.
That's great.
All right. So I should say I've been watching a lot of Toast of London on Netflix still.
Oh, with Matt Berry. Yeah.
Many seasons. And it's
the guy from What We Do in the Shadows, Matt Berry, that we were talking about last week. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Clem Fandango. Yes, I hear you. So
Did you say Clem Fandango?
Who's Clem? Is that the name of your
Did
dog?
you rename Dougie?
No, it's part. If you watch the show, you'll get it.
Oh,
he's always doing voice acting work, and there's like a group of guys, and one of the guys' name is Clem Fandango. There's Ava. Did you hear that?
Oh, heard that. Yeah.
So his name's Clem Fandango, and it's just the thing about that show is someone said on Twitter, it's like they plant little seeds of comedy, and they don't necessarily come to light until later in the show. And that's what I love about that show, that it's just kind of, I just put it on, it's on in the background, and I'm watching it, and like just funny stuff happens.
Cool.
So seriously, if you haven't watched Toast of London on Netflix, give it a shot.
Lately,
it's really funny.
This is no offense to Brian, because I'm also doing some of his recommendals, but lately I've been queuing in on your recommendals pretty hardcore. And last week you weren't here, so what did I say I watched that I really liked and Nicole was totally right about?
Oh, it was the Galaxy Quest documentary.
Oh, I loved it so much.
It wasn't it great?
I loved it. It just made me want to watch Galaxy Quest, which I guess Brian turned around and did.
That's
right?
what I'm doing right now. Yeah, exactly.
So
I'm watching it as a 3-parter at night.
I wish they would do. I wish they would do a TV show of Galaxy Quest.
They were going to. They were going to.
Yeah,
That
it's called The
documentary.
Orville.
That
Yeah,
documentary.
right. I mean, it's kind of the
Well, that's
Orville.
true. But the documentary even
Speaking
gets
of-
into it. He, what's his name, died right when they were about to greenlight the whole thing.
Yeah.
Everybody was coming back too. There was like even people that had gone on to way bigger things. They were all going to come back and do this Prime series based on those characters and the movie. And because he passed away when he did, they just couldn't. They didn't have the heart to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mark isn't behind me, but I was gonna make him show you. His
wiener.
He's really into Star Trek now. He is a newly found Trekkie. My
Really?
husband.
Wow.
So it all came about because of the Orville, and he started watching that and really enjoyed it. So he started to watch and then he knew Picard was coming. So he didn't start with the Star Trek original. He started with Next Gen, and he plowed through all of the Next Gen, Deep Space Nine. Like he was just every night Trek.
Mm-hmm.
So now he has Star Trek pajamas. And the other day it came in. I'm like, do not buy that. I don't want that on my tree. He has a giant Enterprise for the top of our Christmas tree that I'm like,
that's awesome.
What is going on?
I love that. That's great.
That is great.
He could be your Trek nerd if you ever wanted him to
Sure.
come on with Daryl.
There's not a lot of Trek news lately, but yeah, we get Mark in here once in a while to go all Trek on us.
It's so funny.
That's
yeah.
fantastic.
So
all right.
Anyway, that's that. But here's I don't even know if it's a recommendal. It was one night that Mark and I had to ourselves, and we were like, oh, let's watch something. Let's watch a movie together. And for whatever reason, we picked this.
Okay.
So,
all right.
I'm so excited. Let's see what we got here. All right, here we go.
You'll get it right away.
You don't need to know.
Sorry, it's kind of quiet.
Tell me how you found me. Who gave you that?
This is an awful clip.
It's a lot of pausing. It's a very quiet moment.
They were talking in the beginning. I didn't. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Arnold's about to say something. Nope. They're just walking around.
What is going on? Well, the other clips had cussing in it, and I'm like, ugh.
I've never had a silent movie recommendal before. This is great.
Well, I recognized it because Arnold's in it,
Yeah.
and
Arnold,
I still haven't seen Dark Fate, but that's Dark Fate, right?
Yes, this is Terminator Dark Fate. It is streaming on Amazon Prime. I kind of fell off the Terminator movies for a while. I guess around, I don't know, what's the one with what was her name?
Christiana Loken.
I thought it was like Christina Ricci or something. I don't know.
Or are you thinking about Daenerys Targaryen?
No, not even that one. No.
Genesis. So
Maybe it was
probably 3.
The one.
With the
I guess so.
Claire Danes, wasn't she in?
Yes, it was Claire Danes.
Yeah, the one with Christiana Loken as the Terminator. That was Terminator 4. God, I don't even remember.
That was Terminator
This is
3.
my point. They all kind of blend in together, and so those. We saw this and we're like, oh wow, Linda Hamilton's in it, Arnold's in it. Let's give it a shot.
But here's the great thing about
it was
Dark
not
Fate,
good.
though. Dark Fate picks up where 2 really leaves off. I mean, it's kind of the direct sequel to 2 as opposed to having to sit through all of the other crap that's come since.
So we got done watching it and we're like, well, that was a Terminator movie. Just like there's so many cheesy callbacks. I was just expecting it. I don't know what I was expecting, but I guess I wasn't expecting that. I don't know.
There's something about.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. Brian,
I've seen it, and you've nailed it on the head. It's a Terminator movie. It just feels like a Terminator movie.
Yeah.
But it does bring back Linda Hamilton and Schwarzenegger together, which their dynamic is great.
Yes.
I'm a fan of Schwarzenegger. The concept that Schwarzenegger, aka the T-8000 or 800, figured out a way to just sort of settle somewhere and be not known, and his exo flesh skeleton continues to age. Like there's something about that I really key in on. Like I love the concept of it, but I'm so worried to watch this and see if they failed to do it right, or I don't know, because I get mixed stuff from people. Some people say, "Oh, Dark Fate's a total return to form. You'll love it." And I've heard others say, like you.
I will say it's the best Terminator movie in years. I mean, it's probably one of the better ones, maybe the best one since 2.
Well, then Mark and I were having a conversation. We're like, was Terminator just a really bad movie in the 80s and we didn't know it? Like,
yes.
Like,
the first one you watch again, we watched for Film Sack, and it, the concept and the legend of it, the existence of it is great, but the execution of it doesn't hold up in a 2020 world as much.
And that's kind of where it feels like it's falling.
2's still good.
And
I
just was expecting to like it more because my nostalgia for the old Terminator movies is strong, but I didn't like it.
I could go for a new. So they tried it with that Sarah Connor Chronicles, and I liked it. It was good, but it was like network TV, pretty tame. If somebody, Netflix or HBO or somebody, picked this up and did proper series treatment and went gory and hard action and all that, I would love a new Terminator series. They really
Where's this streaming?
It's streaming on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Amazon Prime.
I knew I would upset some people in the chat room. They're like, them's fighting words, Nicole.
Listen, opinion is opinion. You can't argue with somebody's opinion of something and say, no, your opinion's wrong.
I just found myself on my phone going, okay, another fight scene where
You like that girl though, right? The girl from
the girl was, yeah, I liked her.
Yeah, she's cool
Yeah.
and other stuff. I haven't seen this.
I don't know. I'm having a hard time figuring out why I didn't like it. But
it was all that
she's
slow.
Halt and Catch Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great.
She's awesome. Forgot her name. Can't think of her name.
Mackenzie
Durringham.
Yeah, Mackenzie Durringham.
Yep,
yes.
she's the one.
So if you have Amazon Prime, it's not going to cost you anything. You can check it out and tell me I'm wrong. But,
it's on Prime, so go.
There's too much other good stuff out there.
Go find out for yourself. Well, that's all right. Once in a while, we have one we have to sort of recommend cautiously, and then people will have their own decision. We'll call that Dark Fate.
So is there another one coming up, though? Is there another Terminator movie?
I don't think
after
anything's
this
in
one?
production.
There's always another Terminator movie coming out.
Never ending. They just keep coming back.
You think you've killed it, but you haven't. He's just going to keep coming and coming.
I don't know of anything that's like under production, but there always will be eventually.
Yeah,
it's like something's
exactly.
happening. Here we go. Development. According to this, there's
an animated series coming to Netflix.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'd watch that.
Actually, that would be really cool. Actually,
yeah, go fully just like gory and anime and just nasty. Would be totally into it.
Love, sex, and robots or whatever it was called. Go that direction.
Yes. Oh, when's more of that coming back?
Yeah, no kidding. Another season did get approved. We should be getting some more of that.
Yeah, I mean, animation takes a long time, but please, more of that. I'd love that. Oh my gosh, I love that. All right, Nicole, fantastic stuff as always. Now, here's the thing. You didn't know this before, or if you didn't, then you're crazy, but I know this. Nicole tweets at Nicole Spag, and on there, she'll list the things we talked about today so that you can easily find those films / TV shows and binge them your own self.
You know what else you can find there?
What?
Me crossing the road in a penguin costume.
Oh,
with my son.
It's true.
Is that true?
I saw this. It's adorable.
I didn't know about this. Now I'm going to rush over there and find it.
No, I have to share it with you then because Mark, Mateo wanted to go to school as a penguin, and I had an inflatable penguin costume. So we walked to school together.
That's fantastic.
There's the video.
Oh, there it is. Look at this. All right, I'm pulling this up.
It is the best.
Here, chat room, we can watch this happen live. Okay, here's the video. Here's a little... Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh. I didn't know it was going to be one of those suits where it's all like fluffed out so that it's filled.
The vinyl puffy one with the air fan in the thing.
All right,
you can't hear at all. So people are honking at me.
That made my whole day better. My whole day is better now. Well done. The Linux people have never been so happy. That's awesome. Well done. And follow that account to go find that video and these recommendals today. Nicole, have a fantastic week.
You too.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye now. Can't find anything. Bye. All right. We have done it, everybody. We did it, and we've done it. That means we're out of here. And tomorrow we'll do this all over again, except Wendy will be here. We'll be doing Therapy Thursday. I can't believe it's already Thursday this week. That's just weird. But today you can find a couple of things going on. I'll be on the Daily Tech News Show this afternoon. After that, I will appear on the video game podcast we call Core here on the network. If you're interested in what I think of Watch Dogs Legion, which has only been out for about a week now, find out there. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at how well that game turned out. That's it. Brian, anything you got going you want to mention? Tomorrow's the Coverville, right?
Tomorrow's going to be Coverville, and today's a good day if you want to just put on a mix of a group called the Divine Comedy. You probably know Neil Hannon for his work with the film version of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. He did the songs So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, and the Vote for Zaphod commercial. He did the music for that. Neil Hannon is this brilliant writer, and you can do far worse today than hopping onto YouTube and watching videos for National Express and Something for the Weekend. in preparation for tomorrow's cover bill, which will feature covers of and by the Divine Comedy.
Very nice. All right, play us a song now so we can get a taste of your musical love.
Well, I will, and this has absolutely nothing to do with the Divine Comedy. This one's going